Yo, what's up, guys? Tough losses for the Toronto Raptors in LA over the weekend. The Raptors lose to Los Angeles Clippers 105-103 and lose to the Los Angeles Lakers 123-103. Now, guys, the first game against the Los Angeles Clippers, I thought the Raptors played pretty well offensively against the Clippers. At times, I felt the Raptors struggled defensively. They gave up some bad three-pointers, to Norman Powell and James Harden. Both those guys had 24 points each. James Harden had a double-double with 12 rebounds as well. You had Zubac, who was causing some problems down low in the post for Jakob Poeltl. Zubac had a pretty decent game himself. You also had Kevin Porter off the bench. He made some big three-pointers as well, really causing some problems for the Raptors defensively. And so you saw that happen for the Raptors in this game. But offensively, the Raptors kept up with the Los Angeles Clippers. They played really well down the stretch. Okay, the Clippers at times did get away with the lead a little bit. They went ahead by like 8 or 10 points at times in the games. But you know what? The Raptors hung around and they played a really good fourth quarter, I felt. They went on a 16-6 run. They got some really good minutes from guys like Bruno Fernando. Ochai Agbaji had 21 points. And we finally got the return of Immanuel Quickley. Guys, Immanuel Quickley has not played since the first game of the season against the Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, where he got hurt and he hurt his pelvic bone. Quickley had a great first game back with 21 points. He had that timely three-pointer to tie the game up at 102-102. I thought Quickley had a great first game back for the Raptors, guys. Like I mentioned, Agbaji made some big three-pointers as well. Chris Boucher made some big shots as well. I thought he played well. The Raptors played well. RJ Barrett had 13 points, not his best game offensively, of course, compared to the other games in the past. Grady Dick had 15 points. He helped out compared to last game where he was in a bit of foul trouble. So the Raptors played well, I thought, guys. Bruno Fernando, like I said, he had 8 points, guys. He really helped the team out down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Really good job by Fernando. But unfortunately, the Raptors, they couldn't get the job done. They had an opportunity there at the end of the game there where Jakob Poeltl got to the foul line. He took a great shot to miss it. But unfortunately, I felt he rushed it a little bit too much, Jakob Poeltl, on that putback. Unfortunately, he misses. The Clippers go on to win that game, guys. And you know what, guys? Unfortunately, it's another tough loss for the Raptors. Another game they couldn't close out. Like we've been saying, guys, these are the type of learning experiences the Raptors need to learn from. You got to close out games. And listen, I know the Raptors battled back from a deficit. They battled valiantly. They were down by 12 points at one point. They played really well in the fourth. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, their three-pointers let them down. They only shot 11. They shot 11 for 37. It's only 30%. It's not good enough, guys. You got to make your three-pointers, especially down the stretch, right? But you know what, guys? I have to say one thing. That damn stadium is something else. The Intuit Dome, my God. That free throw spot behind the wall. Holy shit, man. That shit is distracting. You could see it. Raptors players missing some free throws there. Man, oh man, what a stadium Steve Ballmer built. Incredible stadium by him to build that for the Clippers. They finally got their own home. And it was funny, too. You're seeing the Clippers playing. Oh, where's that guy that they paid all that money to? Of course, he's on the bench, right? That dummy. Could have built a legacy over here, but chose to go home. And all he's been doing since being in LA is sitting on the damn bench and blowing a lead in the conference final that one year in the bubble, guys. It's absolutely hilarious to see, or in the semifinals, sorry. But man, oh man, guys, tough loss for the Raptors, of course. You know what, guys? Another learning experience for them. You see your former Raptor, Norman Powell, having a great game. Norm has been averaging 26 points per game for the last 5 games, shooting over 50% from the field. He had a really solid game, like I said, 24 points for him, guys. Good game by the Raptors, though. Unfortunate loss, but they have to play the Lakers on a back-to-back, guys. And you can see there was a bit of fatigue in this game, guys. Raptors played great, though, I have to say, guys, in this game against the Lakers. In the first half, Raptors were fantastic. They were leading all half, basically. Shooting over 60% from the field. RJ Barrett had a strong half. I thought Chris Boucher had a really good half as well. Grady Dick was pretty good as well. But you know what, guys? Unfortunately, when you're playing superstars like Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Austin Reeves had a great game as well. He had 27 points. LeBron, what can you say? This guy haunts us every time he plays us, man. LeBron James, 19, 10, and 16 assists. Like, my God. You know, Davis had 22 points before he exited that game in the third quarter. Jakob Poeltl went up for that dunk. He got his hand in his face. Davis hurt his eye, exited that game. And I thought for sure that maybe the Raptors could take advantage of that. But Jackson Hayes came in, and he was really solid. He had 12 points. Lakers got a lot of contributions from everyone. They had 6 players with double figures. Cam Reddish had 11 points. D'Angelo Russell had 15. You know, the Lakers had a really good game offensively. Raptors, unfortunately, not that good defensively at times again in this game. You know, I thought Ochai Agbaji had another solid game. RJ Barrett had a good first half, not a very good second half. Right? The Raptors, unfortunately, couldn't make buckets. They did keep themselves in the game, but then, unfortunately, around the end of the third quarter, the Raptors let that game slip away from them. The Raptors were outscored by the Lakers. It was like 70-48 in the second half, guys. Lakers just pushed the tempo, especially after AD got hurt. The Lakers really pushed the tempo, really put it to the Raptors, and they could not stop LeBron James and the Lakers, guys. It was just one of those games, guys. You could see a little bit of fatigue by the Raptors in that game against the Lakers. The Raptors, unfortunately, they played well at times in this game, like I said, in the first half, but unfortunately, in the second half, like I said, the fatigue really caught up with them quickly. Not as good of a second game as he did in the first game. Obviously, he's just getting back. He's probably not in game shape yet, of course. But you know what, guys? Tough couple games in LA for the Raptors. They played really well in both of them. You know, like I said, these are tough times for the Raptors. They're young. They're going to learn these things. These are growing pains for them. They're going to play great in games, and sometimes they're going to slip through their fingers like they have most of the season. Unfortunately, the Raptors are the only team in the NBA to not win a game on the road yet, guys. So hopefully they break that streak sooner rather than later, of course. But you know what, guys? Let's just see what goes on with this Raptors team, guys, because obviously they're rebuilding. But losing is not a bad thing right now, guys, for the Raptors, because we want them to get a top lottery pick, like I've been mentioning in previous videos. But guys, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Go Raptors, go, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're a mort. Ciao, guys.